Kayo po'y nanonood ng Premier Volleyball League. Bumabati kami sa lahat ng nanonood on live streaming at tfc.tv, premiervolleyballleague.com, and of course, sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/PVL, the #1 sports website in the Philippines. Boom Gonzalez, Doc AJ Perea from San Monte Alegre, our panel at large. First set, naibulsa ng Purest Water Defenders NU over the Lady Oragons sa kanilang quarterfinal campaign, Doc.
Yeah, so far, first set, no, total control ang Balipure NU towards the middle and end of the set. Magkadikit sila actually. Lady Oragons started off good. Palitan lang sila ng puntos in the early parts of the first set. Just so happened na nagtuloy-tuloy yung momentum nung Balipure care of Matthews and Johnson. Medyo doon nag-falter yung floor defense and passing ng Lady Oragons. And it was enough cushion for Balipure na at least i-field in lahat ng local players, i-pull out yung imports, and they were still able to close off yung first set.
Alam mo, mula nung yung miss call kanina, parang bumuka yung lamang from there, no? Kaya nga, inaangal talaga ni Macy Uben kanina yun, eh. But, well, the only thing they could do right now is try to come back dito in set number 2.
This is the second set of our quarterfinal.
We know a lot of the fans who wanted to watch live here in the Philoel Flying V Center could not make it dahil nga napakalakas ng ulan. Pero, well, good news is, of course, you can just sit back, enjoy the action straight from your sets. As we begin, second set. Doria gets us going.
Ruben scores 1 for the Lady Oragons.
Ruben starting off things good again for the Lady Oragons. Going for a cross-court spike. Kita niya, walang players defending that area.
Off the hand of Serafica.
Ito naman, si Eliza Solomon nagpapakilala ulit from the back row. Doon nasa position si Serafica pero hindi niya na-establish well yung kanyang arms. Kaya lumipad lang yung bola palabas.
So 1-all. That Janice Johnson went up against AC Uben. Check that again. Yes, it was. Look at that. Look at that elevation though, Johnson.
I was about to say na hindi nga siya yung pinakamatangkad sa ating mga foreign players pero kita mo naman yung elevation.
+1 for Balipure NU.
Service errors in the part of Navy. So yun yung mga errors na mas maganda kung iiwasan nila eh. Kasi alam naman natin na magde-deliver na wag mag-deliver ng errors on the other hand.
Hill mula kay Macy Uben.
Great angle in the spike of Macy Uben. Kita niya malaki pa yung distance between Johnson and Matthews. So malaki pa yung butas sa block.
Solomon. Serafica goes back. Inalalayan ni Macy Uben. Getting a soft touch, deceiving the blocker, and sinira yung timing. Four serving 2. Bump set. I really like the technique of this Micaela Belen. And she looks really deceiving, Doc. Pero pag pumalo, yung wrist action niya and yung makikita mo yung travel ng bola.
And at this young age, yung elevation niya, isang kita niya eh.
Lakas pa. These stars.
Alam natin lalakas pa yun, especially pag develop pa yung muscle.
Agande. Ayan, malakas talaga. Elevation, strength, technique. Janisa Johnson from the back row. Tignan natin ulit.
Service.
Sa adjustment din sa part 2 center, kita niya, down na si Belen kasi nag-collide siya with
Matthews, that's right.
So, just so happened na ready from the pipe si Denisa Johnson.
Oh, what a touch by Lauren White.
White. 5-4.
Imagine, gaano kahirap gawin yun.
Substitution.
Back row,
Lady Iriga.
in just the right height.
Capriana.
Palit muna ng setter. Itong Lady Oragons, Shira Cabriana comes in for the Adamson standout, Janet Serafica. For those who don't remember Janet Serafica,
Lady Oragons.
of course, the UAP, Adamson University.
I don't know if I'm wrong, but I think she also won a Best Setter award
Yes, she did.
from before.
Oh, ang ganda ng mga laban nila ni Wendy and Semana with the Adamson FEU showdown in the finals in the UAP as White finishes this play off emphatically with a 6-4 lead ang Lady Oragons dito sa ating second set. Bisitahin natin muli si Roxanne Montealegre.
For the Navy Lady Oragons team, Captain Grace Bombita, volleyball came into her life unexpected. Sabi niya, napunta lang yung bola sa kanya when she was in grade school at when she gave the ball back, impress agad ang coach sa kanya and she was invited to try out. Pero para sa coach nila ngayon, si Coach Edgar Lucen, they cannot leave anything to chance and luck for today. They have, sabi niya kanina before entering the second set, they have to match the level of intensity and energy of the youthful team that they are up against, and more than anything, they have to have better communication, and naasahan din niya ang mga imports nila to do their job and for the team to play together. Your thoughts, Boom and Doc AJ?
Oh, tama. Yun din yung sinasabi nila kanina. No? They wanted to improve on their communication talaga. 7-5 is our score. Ang ganda na simula natin dito. We used to see her playing in the PVL. Now, sister is also there. Yeah, communication. Remember, yun yung sabi ni Cindy kanina. White. She's been on a roll here in set number 2.
First technical timeout.
Kaya naman, nabante sila ng tatlo. 8-5 dito sa ating set number 2 of your PVL on ABS-CBN. The score is 8-5. Abante dito ang Lady Oragons in the second set. As Mary Jane Diane Tikar is our featured Lady Oragon in this segment. Of course, she is the libero of the Lady Oragons. And those are the numbers from that last match against the Cool Smashers, where they lost in 3 sets, although 3 very tight sets. They actually even extended that second set 26-24.
At 14 receptions throughout the entire game, I'm sure na part dun kasi hindi siya tina-target, but to go against a team na with very good servers like Eliza Valdez. So, yun, kailangan siya nung dalawang foreign players nila yun to step up, at least to shoulder much of the burden dun sa floor defense. Parang iintindihan na lang ni Ruben at ni White is how to attack.
Pagkanin din ang buhay nitong sila Janet Serafica and Shira Cabriana. Belen serving. Gagante. Miscommunication. They wanted to go to Belen from the back row. Cabriana off to White. White has been on a roll. Second set, 3 puntos pa rin ang abante ng Lady Oragons who lost the first set. It is 9-6 so far.
So far, no, Cabriana, maganda yung connection ngayon ni White.
Tama.
In terms of attack, sunod-sunod yung atake ni White from the left wing.
Naluhugot ni Coach Egay Rusit dito. Pinagpalit muna yung kanyang setter. Over-receive. And who else but Lauren White?
10-6.
Care of a heavy serve coming from Cabriana for that overpass. So, balik sa 4 ang lamang ng Lady Oragon.
Cabriana.
Cabriana takes her time. It's the biggest lead for them. Johnson. No coverage there para sa water defenders, and Coach Babes will call a timeout.
Balipure and
job. My directing is, you want to lead this team, to lead you on 4 points, right? Right there. That 2 points goes on you, buddy. You know why? Janisa was open there. You got the quick. You got the quick. You got the quick to jump. Got 2 blocks. Janisa doesn't have anything. Now, you gave her on the last. Wala na. Nakaset up na sa kanya. Alam niya hindi ka na magbibigay sa quick. What you want to do, go inside again. Formulate yourself. You want to be 4 points ahead. Okay, okay? Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Kagande, getting instructions there from Coach Page. Castillo, 5. Ang abante, Lady Oragons.
Yung sabi ni Coach Babe, no, you have to be forward-thinking when you're the setter. Kasi kita niya na hindi na optimal yung pasa, so she wasn't in a good position. Pero alam niyang sa open niya na lang maibibigay, kaya doon na nakapwesto yung blockers. When she could have just giving it sa back row, kaya naman pumalo din from the back row.
Part of the learning process again. Janisa Johnson talking to Agande right now. Also, few reminders for the youngster join. Ruben, again, another hole in the middle. You know, I say this a lot, and I know sometimes the people take it for granted, or, you know, we all take it for granted sometimes. Being on TV is very different, especially for them. AJ, you know this. You went through a phase where you guys were not televised. Then you went through a phase where you were televised, di ba? And as much as you don't want it to affect you, nangyayari, it does eh. Lalo na when the cameras are on during timeouts, dati hindi mo naman, poproblemahin mo lang yung coach mo eh. Kung ano yung sinasabi, kung nagkakamurahan na ba dyan, or ano, walang problema. Pero when the TV thing is on, it changes the dynamic. And imagine for the young girls, diba?
Yeah, and knowing na it's not just the TV, but all the other factors that come with it, yung syempre social media.
Social media, obviously, yes.
And you know, yung gusto mo lang mag-focus sa laro mo, but you're gonna hear a lot of comments from other people, whether good or bad. So it's something that really talagang nakaka-affect the players in a way, and especially for a young team like Balipure.
Na wala namang, kunwari, when they were playing, I mean, their names really don't come up. And then ngayon, di ba? When they're playing against the Eliza Valdeses, the Gumaballs, and all the other stars that we have here in the PVL, syempre masasama na yung mga pangalan nila, makikita sila lagi sa TV, mababanggit sila. That makes a difference, and they have to be able to withstand, not be too conscious, you know, about these things, zone it out, which is easier said than done in this day and age. That's part, I think, to me, honestly, Doc, that's part of the learning process for them also.
It's not just inside the court na kailangan nyo makipagsabayan with the veterans, but whatever happens off the court is also a learning process.
Hanggat maaari, huwag pansinin at huwag magpa-apekto. Maganda man or hindi. Kasi you have to take the good and the bad together, diba? Highs and lows of what is being said about you. 15-9. And Janisa Johnson, down 6 ang kanyang kupunan, the Water Defenders of National League. That sails out.
Characteristic error sa part ni Johnson. So far, medyo tahimik si Johnson at si Matthews for the Balipure Water Defenders.
7 na ang abante ng Lady Oragons. Previous matchup ng Water Defenders na banggit natin kanina yan. Itong 5-setter na pinagdaanan nila the last time out. And madikit yung laban na yan. But Tess Roundtree was just too much for them, especially towards the end.
Yeah, and if we're going by the stats, kita mo, with that, you would assume na panalo yung Balipure because dikit sila sa spikes and aces, but yung blocks, whopping 8-point lead when it comes to block for the Water Defenders. Just so happened na mas marami din sila naging team errors. At lumabas yun dun sa 5th set.
Yun at the wrong time eh. Yun yung masakit. Agande, Belen. Check, Micah, Brianna, and Egia. Wow, look at this. This is actually the biggest lead of either team.
Yun yung sinasabi kanina ni Coach Babes, no, na you're on an awkward position already to give to a quick, so talagang aabangan na ng blockers mo left wing when there's wide open space for Solomon dun sa right wing para siya pumalo.
And again, this has been the character, kumbaga, nitong water defenders all season. Impressive in wins and heartbreaking in losses, and even in between sets. Kanina, ang ganda nung simula. Ngayon, parang nahatak pa baba. Credit to the Lady Oragons here. Ooh. Made it through. Cindy is checked. Imbo. Double team by Solomon and Matthews. Barely making Yerba.
Good reflex on the part of Matthews. Right. To establish a block or a roof on Imbo.
Imbo gets it through. Agande. Solomon. Macy. Chance ball. Abriana. Sa likod binigay to the hot hand, Lauren White. Another free ball. Abriana uli. Inopen naman kay Cindy on top of the blockers. Agande to Johnson. Icar. Inagaw. Imbo. Pagkakataon para sa National U. Belen cross court. Longest rally of the match so far. And it's still not done. Solomon. And that's out. Hop. Whoop. Teka. Conflicting here. Yes, Oliver Mora is calling our first referee. And
parang may check eh. Outside talaga. Ha? Tingin nakita ko kasi may check eh. Goal.
There is a check ball. Okay, Oliver Mora, the referee Velarde, who was closest to the action, di ba, no? Doc, dito nangyari yun sa side ating second referee. And a check ball. Kaya hindi rin umangal itong Lady Oragons. Oops.
Good call by Oliver Mora.
Yes.
Service Matthews.
11 serving 18. Long rally. The water defenders winning that one. Ay, naubusan doon si Imbo. Out of position.
12 to 18.
Leaders down to 6.
Medyo bumuka yung set ni Cabriana, no? It's high and it's way off the net, pero gusto kasing ibaon ni Imbo, kaya tumama na lang sa net yung bola.
Matthews with a good serve. Tikar, hinatid kay Cabriana. And a good attack again by Macy.
19 to 12.
Back to 7.
Cindy
Imbo
serving for the Lady Oragons.
will set 19 to 12. And Belen,
Down the
the
line.
youngster,
13 to 9.
going for the kill. Well, I can't wait for this girl to get to college and just show her wares. But of course, she has to mature the right way and develop her skills too. But the promise is there, Doc.
Siyempre, accelerated yung development
Oo
niya
nga.
kasi having the experience of having to play with veterans and foreign guest players already at this point.
With and against, diba? With and against great competition.
13.
And the 7-point lead maintained by the Lady Oragons.
Sabi ni Charlie, ang lamig ng panahon dahil sa lakas ng ulan at hangin, pero ang tindi naman ang init ng labanan sa pagitan ng Balipure and Iriga-Oragons. Magaling ang both.
Angel. Yes, go ahead, Doc.
Sabi ni Angel, good luck, water defenders. Lisa Johnson is the best, watching from United Arab Emirates.
Hello! Our fans all over the world. My Joe Alejon. Go Faithy. Desperos, of course, from Vegan City. Thank you. Go Water Defenders, who are trying to catch up here. 6 points. Belen serving. Desperos. Lauren White, nanahimik bagya. Bumalik ang bola dito sa Lady Oragons. Balik kay Lauren. Goes cross court. Janisa launches.
Johnson.
Look at that.
Through the block. 15 to 20.
Good adjustment. Just so happens na even if she wasn't in an optimal hitting position, ginawa niya, umatras siya towards dun sa side ng court. Hindi siya dun sa usual attack approach, kaya mas mawide yung angle na pupuntahan ng bola niya.
Again, she can do it because she's got hops. Oh, too much power behind the Belen serve.
15.
Very crucial error at this point. Pre, mahabol ka by as much as 5 points.
Shaira Cabriana serving for the Lady Oragons.
Shaira Cabriana has been a spark here for Coach Egay. And patuloy ang ratsada ng puntos dito. So Water Defenders 22-15.
Timeout. Here is Water Defenders.
Let's listen in.
Time yourself. I like the timing, but once you jump, it has to be quick and close right away. Now, I noticed. Who's that spiker? When White is hitting 3 meters from the net, she loves to roll. You have to recognize that. Get ready to move. You gotta be more engaging inside on your roll. What is my roll? This is my roll. This is my 3 meters. I take care of it. You gotta. Let's go. National youth.
Si Coach Babe just reminding the players kung ano yung kanilang roles inside the court. But speaking of rolling, yun yung gustong palo ngayon ni White na sinasabi niya, in-anticipate niya. Pag malayo na yung bola from the net, that's where White will unleash that roll shot.
Again, for those of you who just joined us, today is the start of the quarterfinals. This is the second game of our triple header. We're looking at the Lady Oragons against the youthful Purest Water Defenders of National U. The veteran Doria Audrey Paran for NU, the college team with some great high school players, 4-time champions, which features mga MVP winners in Faith Nisperos, sila Micaela Belen, who, you know, are very dominant high school players in the UAP, the Nazareth School of National University. Sila yan, nila Ea Laure, yan yung malalakas niyan, Faith Nisperos, Micaela Belen, and then of course Cagante, who was a best setter awardee, and si Eliza Solomon, who is a former Rookie of the Year also for National U in high school, the girls division as they say. So a stacked and skilled and promising Water Defenders team from National University. You know, in the last 4 years, tatlong MVP galing sa program na yan, Doc, sa NU.
Yeah, and you just gotta admire yung grassroots program talaga ngayon. They're really investing in for them to be able to compete already in a reinforced league, given na bata pa nga sila. So much development in store.
I'm saying this kasi, syempre, marami rin tayong mga manonood or manonood PVL na might be hearing these names for the very first time. Ano, yung mga Cagante, Solomon, Belen. At ito po sila, Nisperos, yan po yung part of ng champion team ni Coach Babes Castillo sa Nazareth School of National University. So they may look young here, but in their division, the girls division of the UAP, they are dominant champions.
They are the stars.
They are the stars, yes. May see. Did somebody touch that? No. Oh, yes. Oliver Mora says it was a check ball. So it is a 25-18 second set win by the Lady Oragons. So you know what that means? Tabla tayo between the Water Defenders and the Lady Oragons as you continue to watch us here on SNA.